Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jay, here with another video. And I know it's been a minute, I'm not gonna lie. But today, I wanted to go over the Black Friday skins that are coming to Dinosaur Simulator. Because man, this year is jam-packed with skins, and a lot of them are really good, and some of them are horrible. And a quick FAQ for you guys who are asking what things are gonna cost. How much is this gonna cost? Is anything gonna be SD? Is anything gonna be badge? Everything has been 100% confirmed by Pig Prima, by the other development team. Everything on Black Friday will be strictly DNA. Don't worry about STNA. Don't worry about badges. Don't worry about anything. It is 100% DNA. And if it changes, that's not on me. That's the development team. All right. But as far as they have told us, it's 100% DNA. But anyways, guys, first up, I'm going to go ahead and show you. We have Nidhogg. Is that how you pronounce it? Nidhogg? And it is a Puru skin. This thing looks like a pitch. People keep calling it pitch black wrenchworm, which is just hilarious to me. And the development team hates it, which is even funnier. We really only have branded, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the only skin for it. So Nidhogg being another skin, super dope skin, probably going to be kind of expensive. Next up, we have Pitch Black Moray Oxalia. Now, thank God Oxalia is getting a skin, because Oxalia has needed it. I don't even know why Chaos Spino didn't go on Oxalia. I genuinely thought Chaos Spino would be an Oxalia skin, but it isn't. But thank God we're getting an Oxalia skin. Now, they did mention that I think there's going to be more Moray skins. I think Pitch Black is going to be just this Black Friday's one, and there might be another one later. Now don't quote me on that, because I do kind of remember hearing something about that, but don't be like, oh well, Dynamite said this was going to be this way. Just take that with a grain of salt. And next up, we have this teaser where they said everything burns, and it shows a bunch of DNA on fire, and it shows Pitch Black Apato, it shows Pitch Black Terror, classic Pitch Black Terror like the old one, it shows Pitch Coco, and it shows Pitch Megalodon on the bottom left hand corner over here if you can see it. And then also next to that is this pitch money bag thing, and I'll go ahead and show you guys more teasers of those money bags. But then there's this weird Spinosaurus looking thing. Now, when it was talked to Big Prima and when people were asking about it, he said that it probably wasn't going to be like Suco Baryonyx or something like that. So I'm really not sure what this thing is. It could be Pitch Oxalia. It looks like a Spinosaur to me. I could be crazy. He could throw us out of nowhere, and it could be like Pitch Shoney or something crazy. But it looks like some sort of Spinosaur. Now, people were mentioning that it kind of looks more classic-esque than usual stuff, which is also a possibility. It could be like a classic pitch kind of thing, because we've gotten quite a few of those in the recent years. I hope it's not. I hope it's like a genuine, actual good skin. I don't really like the classic skins all that much. I like the nostalgic classic skins, but when skins are made into classics, it's not the same, if that makes sense. I hated Pitch Coco and the Coco stuff in general. Okay, and then over here we have Sunfish Shonisaurus. Which this thing, if you look at these other pictures, this thing is going to be ginormous. This thing is going to be insane. Although, honestly, this thing could have good range, because it's got a smaller hitbox than regular Shoney. And apparently this thing's going to be about 300k. I think somebody said somewhere in the chat that it's going to be 300k. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to buy this, because I only have 600k for this Black Friday. And now, one of the biggest reveals of all time here. Black Odial remodel. Can you guys believe it? And look, I didn't think they were going to cook. I was so worried that they were going to fail at this. I was like, I don't know if they can get Black Odial just right. Now, we can't see the animations of the thing, but my God, this thing it looks beautiful. The cat ears, I love that. I would have preferred if it was more akin to Kitty Gator's Blacko ears, or Caprasuchus ears, because they're technically osteoderms, thought to be on the Caprasuchus skull. However, this is fine. I would have preferred also to just get a Caprasuchus playable, but I'm not going to complain. It looks really good. They cooked super hard on this. Here's another look at it from far away. I hope the animation, whoever's animating, I hope and pray that Norsel, Sleepy Norsel, is animating this thing. I feel like out of every single one of the animators, Norsel is the one who can do it. This is a great model. I hope it has a really good rig. And I hope that this thing actually lives up to the Black Odial name, because Black Odial is not just a skin, man. Black Odial is like a whole nother level of a skin, if that makes sense. Like, this is like a mini dev of Kitty Gator, one of the coolest Devosaurs, might I add. And so I really hope they cook really hard with it. The model's great. I'm hoping the animations are great. And whoever animates it, you know, if you're not Norsal, you know, I hope you do really good on it. I'm gonna be really honest when this thing comes out. And then up next we have another huge reveal. We started off with this like little teaser. Initially, I couldn't figure out what it was. I glanced at it whenever it was revealed, and I was like, what is that? I was like, man, those red eyes. I was like, and then a few minutes later, all I see is Gab, our boy, Giant Albino Baryonyx, or Rudy. Gab, you know, coming to the game, or remodel of it, you know, not coming back on sale. As far as I know, not coming back on sale. Now, as someone who owns Gab, I get it, because it's like when it at the recording before like the remodel was dropped, I think it was at like 45 value, and it's about to skyrocket in value. Like a remodel teased, like skyrocket in value. I hope again this thing is greatly animated, because the original one was super well animated. Like, it was great, and it honestly, current Gab holds up in my opinion to this day. Like, I'm still fine with current Gab, but I'll take a remodel. And this thing looks great, you know. Now I would be completely okay with it coming back on sale though for Black Friday. I'd be fine with that. I'd be absolutely fine with that. It came back on sale a few years ago in like 2021, I think it was, on Black Friday for like 80k. It was 80k initially, and I think they dropped it to 40k. But I'd be okay if it was like 2 million or something like that, something crazy. You know, I'd be fine with that. I don't think its price would drop too hard. It might. it very well might, if that did happen. And then here's some other screenshots of Gab. I mean, you can see it's still big compared to Baryonyx. Now, one thing that was mentioned was apparently some of the stat makers, and I'm not going to name names, said that nothing's going to custom stats unless they're kaijus. I fundamentally disagree with this. Gab is one of those creatures that deserves to have its old like restats back. You know, obviously up to the modern day, because Gab was like what 1.2k, and Barry was 1.2k, and then Gab was 1.8k, and it was just the skin you used. You either used Fossil Berry because it had God tier range, or you used Gab. And it was like, you know, I feel like it just needs to be its own thing again. I don't feel like it's fair that Gab's as weak as regular Berry. And I hope it kind of looks small in this. I hope it's actually bigger than this. I hope it's bigger than this, because Gab is actually like, you know, it's giant. It's Giant Albino Baryonyx. It's like 3 times the size of a mammoth. Like, Gab's massive, especially in the movie. And then here, I'm going to drop this here because this was mentioned here. If you don't recognize this, this is the Galactic Terror remodel. Now, before you get excited, this thing was leaked before it was supposed to come out and never came out, right? It was leaked by somebody from the development Discord, and it never came out. And people in the community were upset about it. Apparently, Pig Primus said that it was getting like worked on and maybe being added after Black Friday. Don't quote me on that. That's like hearsay from other people in the community. So don't be like, where's my Galterra remodel? Where's my Galterra remodel? Take this with a grain of salt. Join the Discords, like the Dino Inc. Discord in the description, or join the Unhatched Games Discord. And that's where people are going to be talking about all this kind of stuff, and where you can get all the information, all this kind of stuff. And thank you to my subscribers for, you know, providing me with all these images and explaining things to like new people and to me, because sometimes I'm just not there. I honestly don't like this Galactic Terror remodel, and I hope it doesn't get added. Personally, I don't like it, but that's just me. It doesn't feel like it's got that same kind of essence. There's no like glow on like the quills on the back of it. But anyways, and then we have this. This is a skin for Suchomimus. Suchomimus is getting a skin here. This is called Canyon Finback Suchomimus. Canyon Finback Suchomimus. I'm glad Sucho is getting a skin. I still think that pitch skin might be pitch Sucho, but I could be wrong. And I hope it is like Sucho or something like that. Something that doesn't have a skin. As long as it's not something that has like, if it's Spino, I'm gonna be mad. But this is like a weird alien type of thing. Like, I don't even know if this is based on something. It kind of looks like kaiju-esque. It's got some like mushrooms on it or whatnot. It kind of looks like, So very interesting. Canyon Suko. I don't know what it has to do with anything to do with canyons, and I looked up Canyon Fenback and I couldn't find anything. So let me know in the comments if this is like actually something. Then we have Megavore Dodo. Megavore Dodo, which that's cool. Like Megavore Dodo, that's pretty dope. I actually hope this thing. I hope they do something like dumb with this thing, like let it fly or something crazy. Like, because in my brain, I'm thinking of like Vanera Dodo from Ancient Earth. I don't know if any of you guys played Ancient Earth when you were younger. It was like the one competing game with Dinosaur Simulator for like the longest time. It was like the one they were like, oh, this is gonna kill Dinosaur Simulator. Obviously, it didn't. Ancient Earth died first. We actually have Vanera. Vanera's from Ancient Earth. But this reminds me of Vanera Dodo, but it's Dinosaur Simulator's like version of it, which is super dope. I love this. This is great. Super great model. Super fun idea. This other thing is, and they called it this. They called it Rake Father. I don't know. They didn't say Brachiosaurus. So we got Rake Baby, we got Rake Mother, and now we have Rake Father. Now Rake Father is actually smaller than Rake Mother. It's actually like a dwarf. So this is, I think he said it was going to be on a Marga, is what he said. A Marga, Rake Father, a Margasaurus. I'm not a big, I'm not a huge fan of this, but like I'm completely okay with it. Like I don't care for it, but it's like it's interesting, and give it some good range. Honestly, bring a Marga back into the meta. A Marga was meta for a little while there, and then it just dropped off, and I'd be fine with seeing a Marga in the meta again. And then up next we have this like gold cocoa like money bags something Brachy skin. Again, it's in that blocky style. Not a fan of it personally. If you like it, that's totally cool. This thing is probably gonna be stupid expensive. Next to it has like two cocoa things, like money bags and like a coconut skin. Again, I think these are just skins for like random creatures. I don't remember exactly what was said. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And I probably am wrong about some of this stuff. So don't take everything what I say for like full on no. And then we have this pitch white dodo or gold dodo. I don't know what this one's called. It was teased. Like it was one of the first things that was teased, and the new map's in the background. Again, it's interesting. I'm fine with it. It's whatever. It's probably gonna be one of the cheaper skins. So yeah. And the thing about this event, Chickens talked about it kind of in depth, is that like there's a big problem with DNA inflation in the game, and that this Black Friday event is gonna be stupid expensive. Like you're gonna need at least 5 million DNA, at least 5 million DNA. Like this is gonna be an expensive event. That being said, though, I want you guys to come and realize that back in the day, like getting like 200k took like 130 hours. Right? It took like 130 hours just to get Evanicus. Right? And back then, during those Black Fridays, like things were like 300k, 200k. Like when Pitch Black Apado came out, like those things were like really, really, really expensive. And you're seeing these numbers again, and you're like, oh my god, like everything's so expensive. This is so ridiculous. Like, what is going on? Like these things are exponentially expensive. But I want you to understand that they're really not in comparison to what it used to be. If you take into account inflation and how much easier DNA is to get, if you sit down for a day and you farm, like actually farm, you can get over 500k DNA in 24 hours. Like it literally takes you like 7 hours to get 300k DNA. Like in like sitting, doing missions, getting meteors, like doing it the right way. And if you guys need a method to do it, I have a video right there that explains exactly how to do it, and it's still up to date. It's before like the changes, so you can actually probably get more than 400k DNA a day. You can actually get a lot more than that. So that's why this event is like super expensive. They're trying to like get some of that DNA from like all the rich players, because they don't want like people having like billions of DNA, because then they can't release things for like cheap and that everyone can just get, So I know a lot of people are kind of upset about this. I promise you they're doing it for a good reason. And more likely than not, most of these skins would probably come back next Black Friday. And they'll probably all be tradable as well. So, and most people are probably going to pick them up. Like a lot of the rich players are probably going to pick them up. So just buy what you want to have. And just that's it. Just don't worry about anything that you don't have. Just buy what you want to have, what a cool skin is. Or like what's meta. Or what you think is going to be expensive. Just don't worry about getting everything. I'll probably be giving away like a black Odial or something, or maybe a few things if I can. I'm gonna try and get some extra stuff. I'm gonna try and get everything for you guys so that I can showcase them, and I want to give away some extra ones, but we will have to see because those things are expensive. And so one of the reasons why like this stuff is happening is Roblox used to fund the developers through premium players playing their games for X amount of time. Like they'd get money for premium players playing. And nowadays they just don't. Like they don't get that anymore. They don't get, you sitting in the game as a premium player doesn't make the game money anymore. So they have to come up with alternative revenue sources, meaning like they need money. Like the developers need money. It takes money to make a game, right? For everyone who's screaming, "You guys are greedy. All you guys want is money. All you're doing is this to make money." I promise you, I've talked to Chicken personally. I know him. Genuinely, like, he would give everybody things for like free. Like he would just do like things that you could unlock for free if he could. But Dinosaur Simulator is a business. Like they are making money. Like they need to make money because it's costing them like $800 to $1,000 per model. Because you got to think about, they have to pay the people who make the model, right? They have to pay the concept artists. They have to pay the people who make the model. They have to pay the people who rig the models, right? Because you have to put a skeleton inside of a model, right, in order to make it move. And then they have to pay the animators to make it move and animate it. And each animation, there's like what, 8, 9 animations, and the animators meticulously study animal like biology and like how animals move to make the animations as good as they possibly can for you guys. And so whenever we're going into these events and whenever we're going through these like changes in these times, whenever like the game's evolving and more revenue sources are coming in, and you feel like, wow, they just want money, I promise you that's not the case, right? I mean this. They really they just need the money. That's it. So there's been a few like things brought up. A big thing that I've been pushing for is Robux costing skins, like things that cost Robux for skins. Which for some people who don't have Robux, that sounds horrible. You're like, I can't get the skin. In my eyes, I'm like, as long as it's tradable, right? Like, I'll buy skins and I'll give them away from game passes. Like, if I can buy them and give them away to you guys, I totally will. Like, I want like Robux skins. If that's a way that the game can continue, I'm all for giving money to Chicken Engineer and like paying for stuff, because I want this game to succeed, because that's why we're here. That's why I want this game to succeed, is paying stuff. And so they're currently looking at new revenue streams. So if you start seeing weird things in the chat, or people saying like, "Oh, the game's changing, this is horrible, all they care about is money," just understand, this game is a business, and they need to make money. They have to make money. If they want to continue making the game, they have to make money. Right? Nobody is here to like scrape up all the money they can from you and everything that you own. That's not what they're here for. They genuinely just want to make the game affordable and be able to pay their developers fairly, and come home with cash themselves, and so that they can continue to grow the game. So leave down in the comments some ideas that you guys might have for some like alternative revenue sources, like revive tokens, Robux skins, VIP pass where you get like more DNA, or VIP in trading where you can like do special things in trading, or any number of ideas that you guys think are like wild. Just like suggest them in the comments, or come into my Discord, on the Dynamic Discord under Dia suggestions, and throw some of your suggestions in there, and I promise you I will try to get them to Chicken Ear as much as I can, because I want revenue sources to be added in the game that you guys as the player base actually feel like are beneficial to you guys and beneficial to the developers. Like, they want to know what they can add to the game that won't upset you guys, but will also make them money, just because they need to. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much all for Black Friday. Just remember, save up like 5 million DNA. Like, sit there and farm for the next few days. And make sure to go watch my video on how to farm if you do not know how to. Hint, use aquatic playables. That's it. That's really it. I'll try to upload some Meta Mysteries episodes soon. And I am kind of slowly working on a video about Evanicus. Because there's been some problems in the community, and I'm starting to get upset with the stat team. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace! Oh yeah, and I forgot this one. This is Bebo from Rick and Morty, coming to you on Black Friday. I absolutely hate this, and hope it doesn't get added, because this is ridiculous. And I don't even want to talk about it at this point. But anyways, thanks, guys.